Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Jay, and today we are going to do something different. We are going to create an absolutely stunning website using Nano Banana Pro, and we'll be using prompts from GPT like before, and we'll generate an AI video using Kling AI, and then that video will be converted to frames, and then those frames will be used to create our website. And to create our website, we'll be using anti-gravity Google ID. So a simple workflow, and you can learn this in 30 minutes only. You'll be amazed how good it looks. So follow with me and let's go. So let's get started. So what I'm gonna do is I have written a prompt using GPT. So I just asked it to create a prompt to make a start frame and end frame for a Honda City car and a black Scorpio car drifting towards the viewer. So it will kind of create the 3D effect, or at least some kind of you could say attraction or clickbait. You can try 3D effects here. I just kept it simple. So GPT has given me a starting frame prompt and an ending frame prompt. So these I'll be using to create an image using Gemini. So I copy pasted this into Gemini. It will be using the Nano Banana Pro model. So I have you can go for the Pro. So what happens is that this has given me a good image. It's quite realistic. Although this is not exactly what I wanted, but then I tried another prompt. The ending prompt didn't work. I wanted to look like the car drifted towards me, but that didn't happen. So it's a trial and error kind of stuff. You have to try it. The kind of photo you want, you will have to try again and again, but it will do for now. So I generated another picture. This one looked fine. So this one was more realistic and reflective. So after you get your starting and ending frame, you have to go to the video generator. So I'm using Kling AI. You can use VO3 or other tools, Higgsfield maybe, but this will do for now. So after I got my starting and ending frame, and I've written a prompt again for the video itself using GPT. So let's now write a prompt to generate video from this in a slow settle transition. So why did I use this slow settle transition? It's because mostly the videos will be very bad if you don't add the slow settle transitions, because generating AI videos, like, it will give you a weird transition and it won't be consistent, it won't be coherent. So if you do, then add this line specifically, don't forget to add this. Then it gives me a prompt. It's a good enough prompt, and then I copy pasted that into the Kling AI. So first time it gave me a video of a slow moving cars. So these so they weren't drifting towards me. They didn't actually move that well the way I wanted. So I added a simple to make it faster, drifting faster, even though they didn't drift, and added a lot more smoke. So this was the final result that I got. I actually wanted to go them faster, but okay, I'll have to top up my credits again. So this is good for now. For example, you can do this. You have to create something starting and ending, and that will keep it consistent. For now, this worked. After this, I have got my video. I downloaded it without the watermark. You can do without watermark if you get the paid subscription. Now what we need is to convert this video into frames. So this is a 5-second video. I want to convert it into like 100 frames or so. So you can go to this website easygift.com, and you will have this video to JPEG or conversion, right? So you just upload the video, your 5-second video. It will be around 10, 20, 30 MB, and then you upload it, and then you just click update, and it will give you a zip folder you can choose to do 5 to 10 or 15 frames, and it will give you a folder. So depending how many frames, how smooth you want your website to look, you can go for 100 or 200 frames, but that will be longer, so keep that in mind. But it looks good. And also keep in mind that when the website is loaded, the images are also loaded. so not to use very heavy images, but this time I was using like 1920 into 1080p resolution, so this worked because the user side and the website will have to download all these assets. So to keep it low in storage and fast, you need to either use compression if you want, but for now 1080p into 1920 this works. This works well. So after you have got the folder, this is the zip folder that I downloaded from the website, and this is and these are the frames. So I've got like 76 frames, right? Because I did like 15 frames like every, so this is good enough, right? And the naming convention is also easy. This will be useful. So I tried to write the parallax effect using Claude. Claude actually gave me some good effects, but it didn't work properly with the images that I needed. So it works like this: the frames, instead of frames, it like shows the number for now. For testing purpose, you can replace the numbers, but this is not the effect I want. And then I tried another effects. These like gave me errors. There were some errors in all of these. So after some trial and error, these didn't work. So this one looked good. Still it didn't work properly the way I wanted. And then this scroll effect, but it didn't work properly either. So at least you will have to try to integrate these if you want them to work properly. This didn't work at all. It can make some mistakes, but still, yeah. Then I tried to write with Gemini, and actually Gemini Pro is pretty good, and it gave me the effect that I wanted in just one prompt. So the prompt was this: create a page for a website that has parallax effect with a background. I have 76 frames of video to move when scrolled. So do it for a page in React. So I was using React.js, right? And I created a project using Vite. So this image size is this. User keeps scrolling and the frames keep changing until the end, and then finally the website content is visible, right? Frames also, the name I gave at the naming convention, so it can scroll through the frames easily, and it actually worked on the first try. So Gemini 3 is actually pretty good. You can adjust the scroll height, and you can make it faster or slower, right? Now coming to the code for the non-tech people, if you want, you can install Google's anti-gravity IDE, or you can go for VS Code, and the code you can find in the description. You can just copy paste it if you know how to run a website in React.js, and if you don't, then let me show you simple how you can do it. So there's an anti-gravity IDE you can install, and what you're gonna do is open a new folder, and you have to write this command: npm create Vite at latest AI website template is React. So what this does is that it will set up a base website for you, and it's so easy. You can also in anti-gravity, you can also do command plus tilde, and it will open the terminal, and you can use your Gemini in the terminal itself, command with I, and you can give it the prompt here, and it will write the code for you even in the terminal. So it's good, and you can have the AI agent here. So if you want a lot of work to be done, although this will give you a lot of errors, so AI agents are done here, but we'll come back to later. So for now, just copy paste my code as it is, and you can just do npm run dev. First you will have to install all the dependencies, so npm I first, and once this command is run, you can just do npm run dev. Oh my god, where am I? So I'm in a desktop folder. I have to go to the AI website folder, right? And then run npm I, and then run npm run dev. So this will run my website on localhost, and port is 5173. So now what happens is that in the public folder, so public folders have assets that are like usable directly, and I have added a folder called car, and inside it I have copy pasted all the frames, right? All 76 of the frames. So public folders are assets that are loaded with the website on the first try, and these will be used. And this is our main scrolling page. This scroll sequence is just one component in React, and this is how it's going to work. Our actually main file is this main.js. Here is our app, and app has just our scrolling sequence. That's a very simple website. Basically this is our main page. So how it works is, you don't need to know how it works for now. You only need to know that it's going to load all these images from here, all these frames from here, and when the user scrolls, it will keep track how much it has scrolled and then just replace it with the next frame. So if you did this in other way using a video or something, then it would be slow. This actually keeps the website very smooth. So whenever you do this happens. This is very smooth website, and then the content is visible, and you can add more frames to make it even more smoother. So this is how you can create your own website. It's very easy. So this, I've got the Gemini mark here. It shouldn't have happened, but okay, it's fine. Looks good, right? So what can you do is, you can create your own videos and make them frames and replace this car folder in my code, and it will run as smooth as this is. For this video there's not much else to say. You can trial and error with the other codes, Claude, Gemini or GPT, but this will work. So see you guys in the next video, and like and subscribe, and please comment if you need to ask something, and also subscribe, because I'm not getting much attention for these. If you want more tutorials on new tools like Whisk is also new tool for image generation, and new AI tools, if you want to learn, let me know. Comment down below. See you guys.